Hey everyone, I'm Bernal, your Southern California real estate agent. Welcome to La Cresta. This is the perfect place in Southern California for anyone looking for privacy, horse property, and escape from the city, but just 15 minutes from all services. In La Cresta, you're totally surrounded by nature. I think it's an absolutely amazing place to live, but it is certainly not for everyone. If you're considering a move out there, you really need to stick around to the end of the video where I give you a few things you'll definitely want to take into consideration before moving out here. All right, let's take a look at exactly where La Cresta is and what's nearby. We'll start here zoomed out a little so you can get the big picture view, and then we'll zoom in so I can show you how close things are, like the grocery stores, hospital, shopping, schools, all that good stuff. Here is La Cresta. It's just outside the city limits of Murrieta. La Cresta residents actually have a Murrieta address, but it is an unincorporated area, which is important to note, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. So you're right on the border of Murrieta, which is to the east, and to the north, and for the most part to the west, La Cresta borders the Cleveland National Forest. And to the south is the 9,000-acre ecological reserve of the Santa Rosa Plateau. So it's pretty safe to say there will never be any other developments out here. Another thing to note is that you're just 20 miles as the crow flies from the center of La Cresta to the ocean. Unfortunately, you can't drive straight through the mountain to get there, but it's just a little over an hour drive to several of Southern California's nicest beaches, and because you're so close to the ocean, you have a very nice breeze. Okay, now let's zoom in a little so I can show you what is close by. You have several grocery store shopping centers to choose from, all that are less than 10 minutes from the main entrance to La Cresta, which is right here. There is a Ralph's shopping center right here that has several places to eat. There's a Starbucks, an animal hospital, and over here, right off Clinton Keith Road, there's a Stater Brothers shopping center here, Barron's shopping center here, and over here, just on the other side of the freeway, there is an Albertsons shopping center. Inland Valley Hospital is right here, just 5 miles away, about a 10-minute drive from La Cresta's main entrance. For a very detailed first-hand look at all of these places, check out our tour of Murrieta video, linked in the description below. Now let's talk about the homes. These homes were built starting in the late 1970s, and there are a few being built as we speak. The median year built is 2001, so there are a lot of really nice modern homes in the area. The average home size is just a little over 4,000 square feet, but if you are looking for a smaller or bigger home, there is a huge range in the size of these homes. I've seen homes as small as 2,000 square feet and as big as 15,000 square feet. Most of the lots are right around 5 acres, but you also have a bunch of 10 and 20 acre lots and a handful that are even bigger. Another thing you'll notice are the various uses of outdoor space. Many people have swimming pools. You'll see lots of tennis courts, some basketball courts, lots of putting greens, and of course for the horse enthusiasts, several homes have riding arenas and top-notch stables and tack rooms. Some properties will even have several of these features. If you have school-age kids, a huge benefit of living in La Cresta is that you are zoned for Cole Canyon Elementary, which is about 5 minutes from the main entrance, and Thompson Middle and Murrieta Valley High School, which are about 10 minutes away. Okay, back to La Cresta. The formal name for this community is the Santa Rosa Plateau, but pretty much everyone refers to it as La Cresta. La Cresta is just one of the 6 sub-communities in the Santa Rosa Plateau community. All of the lots are at least 5 acres and there is no commercial zoning. You will find several small ranches and farms. Some people grow and sell grapes, citrus, or avocados. Lots of people have horses and use the trail system, which can also be used for hiking and biking, which ties directly into the trails of the Ecological Reserve and the Cleveland National Forest, giving you miles and miles of trails. Another great thing about living in La Cresta is the community. This is the kind of place where neighbors really look out for each other and help each other out. There are lots of community events throughout the year and several different clubs that have regular activities and gatherings. Now, let's talk about the things you need to know before moving out here. I wouldn't necessarily call them cons, but definitely things that you need to consider before moving out here, especially if you're not familiar with living the rural lifestyle. First, depending on how far back into La Cresta you choose to live, you'll be anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes away from the grocery stores, schools, and services that we discussed earlier. So for some families, this may not be ideal if you have to make multiple daily trips to and from your home. Next, fire insurance. After the 2019 fire in the area, several companies stopped covering La Cresta even for their existing customers. I've heard some crazy stories about how much people are paying for fire insurance in La Cresta. There are several factors that insurance companies use to determine whether or not they will insure you and how much it will cost you if they do. A couple are how close you are to the nearest fire station and fire hydrant, how much defensible space is around your home, and the size of your home itself. Next, police and fire department services. Like I mentioned earlier, people living in La Cresta have a Murrieta address, but being that it's unincorporated, you do not receive traditional services from the Murrieta Police or Fire Department. On the bright side, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department is a great agency and services the area, along with the Riverside County Fire Department, which has a station about 1.5 miles from La Cresta's main entrance. Next, no sidewalks or street lights. If you like to go for walks at night or early in the morning before the sun comes up, La Cresta is not the ideal place to do that. That being said, don't forget that you have miles of hiking, biking, and horseback riding trails right at your fingertips. And many of the residents love having nature surrounding them instead of sidewalks and streetlights. If you're looking for a spacious property in a friendly community surrounded by nature with excellent schools, not too far from shopping, restaurants, and everything else you could possibly want or need, La Cresta is definitely a place to consider. If you're considering a move to Murrieta or any of the surrounding areas, be sure to check out our monthly market report where we keep a close eye on prices and other important market trends, and reach out to me with any questions you have. You can call, text, or email me, and I love hearing from you and I'm happy to help. I can tell you from firsthand experience, this is a great place to live, and I'd be more than happy to help you find the perfect home with the best possible location that's just right for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.